I'm Ted Keys, your host and top freight agent training expert here in Southern California. This topic comes from my 30+ years of business, sales, and freight moving success. Watch, learn, and apply it. You'll move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. And call me at 626-309-9141 with any questions. Now explode your business with...
Hello and welcome to my Tuesday training call. I'm Ted Keys, your top freight agent and freight broker training expert here in Southern California.
Today I'll show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call today, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. And if you have any questions today, any questions regardless of what it is, or specifically, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training? Then give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141.
Today's training topic is how you obtain more high quality customers. How you obtain more high quality customers. So for those of you on my contact list, you've got an invite today to get on the call. Just go to any one of those invites, scroll down to the bottom, open up your attachment, print it out, and we're going to go over those attachments on how you obtain more high quality customers. If you're looking to get an invite, get invited to my call every Tuesday, just go to my website behind me on the wall here, tedkeysonline.com. Any page, just go to the upper right hand corner and enter your contact details. That will get you your weekly email invite to this and every call that I do. But again, let's talk about how you obtain more high quality customers. How you obtain more high quality customers. Let me start off by asking this question. What on earth is a high quality customer? What determines or what's the level where somebody or a company actually becomes a high quality customer? Well, I'll say this, they are typically not easy to obtain. They're typically not easy to acquire. They take time to build a relationship. With them, especially if you contacted them just through a cold call. Cold call with even no information. I mean, you used great skill getting through the shipping decision maker, and basically you started your relationship from ground zero. That will take time to build up to a level where they become a high quality customer. Now, if you got through, or you made connection through a referral, or you had some other link in getting in there and acquiring their business, that type of customer, it's going to take less time. But I'll tell you, either way, it's not easy acquiring a high quality customer. Here's a basic rule for you. All right, if your goal is to really acquire those high quality customers, here's a rule: the easier to get on a freight list, the easier it is to get on a freight list, the lesser quality of customer that it is. Now, how can you say that, Ted? I got on it, but it's a lower quality of customer. Well, let me explain. And I don't mean to demean anybody's, freight moving ability or services here, or how shippers do it. But typically, if you make a call and they say, oh, the shipping decision maker says, oh yeah, I'll put you on my list. What does that mean? That means that you typically are thrown in there with everybody else that calls them. Why? Because those loads, they do that for a reason. The goal is to put as many brokers and carriers on one list as possible so they obtain the lowest price as possible to move their freight. These are typically commodity loads like lumber, steel, things like that, plastic, where you're just thrown in there and you're thinking, oh wow, I used a lot of skill to get on that list. Well, if they just put you on there, it's because they want as many people on there or as many brokers on there as possible. Now, just going back to that a little bit, I will say this. When you're on a list like that, the response rate is 5%. When somebody's when that decision maker is actually looking to cover a load, the response of the brokers that are on that list, the carriers, about 5% actually look for a truck for that type of customer. But just bear in mind, the easier it is to get on a list, the lesser quality of customer that it is. But let me say this. This is where we all start in the profession. This is a starting point. Now, if you get on there real easy, just thank God above that you have something to work on, because when they send you their lists, what you're going to do is you're going to post them, and this is where you build your abilities to talk with carriers. With individuals that call you. This is where you're going to hone your negotiating skills. All right. Now, bear in mind that customer is going to want the lowest price possible. Typically, a carrier, is going to quote you several $100s more than what the customer is going to pay. But this is where it assists you in honing your negotiating and your freight moving skills. Also, every now and then, when you actually do cover one of the, when you do actually post one of those loads, you're going to get one covered. You're actually going to cover one, but just bear in mind, you have to do this many, 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 many times before you actually cover one of these loads. But let me start off by giving you this statistic, guys, when it comes to obtaining a high quality customer. The first thing I'm going to tell you is 20% of satisfied, again, 20% of satisfied freight customers will leave your freight company. Again, this is after you've built up a relationship and you've moved many loads with them. 20% of them, they're going to leave your freight company for a competitor no matter what you do. No matter what you do or how long you've been moving freight with them. That's just the way it is. Don't ever think that, hey, I've got it good with this individual or this company. I'm just going to start coasting along here. Excuse me. Don't ever think that. Why? Because in the end, 20% are going to leave you. It's not only going to happen to you, it also has happened to me. This is why I am always touting build your contact list. Build your contact list, keep adding individuals to your contact list. Not only that, but it continues to hone your freight relationship and your freight building skills. Now, you can use this to your advantage and turn customers into loyal fanatic fans who won't leave you. Just knowing that 20% are going to leave you, there's a way to turn them into fanatical fans. How do you do that? Well, first, you've got to know the difference between customer acquisition and customer satisfaction. There is a difference between customer acquisition and customer satisfaction. Have you ever thought of the difference? Have you ever thought of what it is to acquire and then satisfy? Well, here's the difference, all right? Here's the difference. Customer acquisition is all about obtaining a new customer. That's where you actually bring in the new customer. Customer satisfaction is all about keeping that and every single customer you have happy. That's customer acquisition, obtaining it. Customer satisfaction is keeping them happy so they continue to allow you to move your freight for them. Now, this, however, it's an old and incorrect way of approaching customers. It's not the right way of approaching customers, because customer acquisition and satisfaction, they are the same thing. You can't look at it as, hey, I'm acquiring, now I've got to satisfy. You've got to look at it as it's a dual thing here. I'm acquiring and satisfying at the same time. You want to satisfy and acquire your freight customers at the same time and not the other way around. Let me give you a typical example of customer acquisition and satisfaction working in tandem with each other. Here's a typical example. You call up a shipping decision maker, they give you their contact information, you hang in there, you continue to follow up with them week after week after week. Hey, sometimes it could be a month, sometimes it could be 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, all right? But remember, you're building your list as you do that, but you hang in there, you continue to follow up. Finally, they give you the opportunity to cover a load. You cover that load. Not only do you cover the load, but you provide superior freight service in the process. That is the idea of customer acquisition and satisfaction working in tandem with each other. It's the same thing. The same two things happen as you go through this process. Why do you want to do it this way? Because if you aren't satisfying your freight customers from the start, then basically you're just not in business. Someone is going to come along, okay, they're going to come along during this process, they're going to make your customer a better offer, they're going to offer them a lower price, and they're going to satisfy that customer in a way that you aren't, and then your business is dead. That's why you have to do it in tandem with each other. It's not where, hey, I've brought him in, now all I have to do is satisfy him. You better satisfy him, but will you satisfy him with customer service? And again, obtaining, it goes in line with continuing to follow up with them. You don't just bring them in and then all you do is, hey, I'll just wait for them to send me their loads. It's continually providing the service and asking them for more, asking them for LTL loads, whatever it may be. Do they do rail? Do they do flatbed loads? Do they do dry van loads? I mean, it all works in tandem with each other. Let me give you an example of really how this works and how it worked well. Think about Uber and Lyft, okay? Uber and Lyft, they're transportation companies, all right? They took an old industry, that is taxi transportation, that had a huge amount of customer unhappiness, not only locally but around the world, and they revolutionized it overnight. How did they do that? Well, what happened initially, I can tell you this, is cab drivers and cab companies, they fought them, all right? They fought them from the beginning. Local politicians even fought them. Why? Well, because most cab companies, they pay a utility tax to be a cab company, to pick up individuals from airports, to pick up from this location, take it to that location. If you're a cab company, you have to have a certificate of operation which entitles you to pay, i.e. a utility tax. Also, the cab companies forced or had the local politicians fight against them. I mean, here are two companies, they came into an industry that has totally unsatisfied customers, and they revolutionized it, okay, through their website, through how you contact them. Individuals show up, it's not a cab car, it's a regular car, nice person, driver with a nice person inside, and initially they created a lot of controversy as Uber and Lyft disrupted that industry. Now, after it's all died down, both of these companies are making huge profits and they're dominating the market. Why is that? Why are they dominating the market? Well, it's because they satisfied their customers' needs, all right? Customers had a certain need and taxis were not satisfying that need. Uber and Lyft were satisfying those needs. The acquisition came from massive amounts. Again, customer acquisition, it just came from massive amounts of satisfied customers telling their friends to use Uber and Lyft instead of a cab. That's why these two have gained the popularity that they have. They've revolutionized the business by not only acquiring, but providing superior customer service in the process. So, acquisition. is the actual satisfaction of the customer first. Remember that. Again, I'll say it again. It's not just acquiring and then satisfying. Acquisition is the satisfaction of getting your customer first, because for you to get a customer, you must make them happy in you and your freight service first before you even move a load. And in the solving of their problem, that's how it goes in that order. That's how it goes in that order. So acquisition through satisfaction must be your primary concern. Acquisition through satisfying. They work tandem and with each other. You don't have a freight business without keeping your customers happy. It's just that simple. Acquire, satisfy at the same time. Continue to do that for the process. That 20% that I talked about earlier, that's going to go down, down, down by providing that continual customer service, superior customer service, and continuing to acquire them. You have to continue to let them know that you're there. You don't just get their business and then start coasting. So go out today, make people happy, watch your freight business explode, guys. Great topic today. Again, that topic is how you obtain more high quality customers. You do it by, first of all, don't go the easy route with anyone that'll throw you on their freight list. Go the challenging route where you have to actually build a relationship and then provide that superior customer service in the process. Great topic today. Thanks for joining me again on my Tuesday training call. For those of you that have questions after the call, feel free to call me 626-309-9141, or that's it, 323-697-5490. Again, we'll see you all again next week on my Tuesday training call, same time, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Take care. God bless. I'll see you all again next week on my Tuesday training call. Bye-bye.
When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store today, you'll see a host of products available there for purchase. First one you'll see available is my flagship product. That is my Freight Sales Success Guide, typically for beginner and struggling freight agents. If you're searching for that daily motivation to set goals, to achieve them, to pick up the phone daily and connect and build relationships with the marketplace, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Quotes. And if you're searching for those specific skills, and there are many skills, many individual skills required to be successful in this profession, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Skill. I highly recommend each one of these products, available for purchase today in my Freight Sales Success Store. Do you have any questions again? Do you have any questions about today's call? Or more importantly, are you ready for my top producing one-on-one personal freight sales, freight broker training? Then give me, Ted Keys, a call. I'm at 626-309-9141. Great topic for today. Take these skills, apply them. You'll be amazed at what happens to your results.